a release date in mind yet. We're just kind of doing our thing.
What was like the process? Did you go about it differently this time? I know you self-produced your last album, The Rain, right? Wasn't that self-produced?
Yeah, we've actually Marshall and I have produced the last 3 or 4 releases. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so you did the same thing with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on this one, you know, it's the writing process was mostly Marshall and I this time. You know, on the last few, we've done a lot of collaborations and co-writes and stuff, and this time it's a lot. We spent a lot more time with just the 2 of us writing this time. So. Okay,
is it like an angry album? Is it, you know, what kind of album? How would you describe it?
I don't know. It's kind of all over the place, really. I mean, a lot of it is actually done in the style of, like, you know, our first 2 records. Halo isn't like that, but you know, some of the album tracks are kind of like that, a little old school.
All right. Well, you want to play some music for us?
Sure.
Your nose up, always looking down, thinking you're divine in your halo, casting on the stone, ignorant and proud, thinking you're divine in your halo. You won't leave it alone, why can't you let it go? Thinking everything's about you. Your halo is slipping and your castle's coming down, with consequences raining. You're gonna drown. Hatred is contagious, different is dangerous, and silence can be so loud. Someday you're gonna look around and find your halo on the ground. Halo. Halo. Blindly spread a lie to justify a grudge and hiding it behind your halo, acting out of spite because you're out of touch. Hide it all behind your halo. You won't leave it alone, why can't you let it go? Thinking everything's about you, and your halo is slipping and your castle's coming down, with consequences raining. You're gonna drown. Hatred is contagious, different isn't dangerous, and silence can be so loud. Someday you're gonna look around and find your halo on the ground. Your halo. Your halo is slipping and your castle's coming down, with consequences raining from your lies. You're gonna drown. Hatred is contagious, different isn't dangerous, and silence can be so loud. And someday you're gonna look around and find your halo on the ground.
Thank you.
Hinder, all up in Studioeast, thanks to the U.S. Army and Music Center. So is touring like it was 10 years ago? I mean, you guys have toured with a whole bunch of bands, Motley Crue, Nickelback, Buck Cherry. What's it like these days, and what's your touring plans?
I mean,
We still act like we're in our 20s half the time, but we're not.
we still drink a lot, but sometimes bedtime comes a lot sooner than it used to, at least for me.
I can completely agree with that. Are you guys gonna go? Do you guys have plans to go on a tour soon? Like,
I mean, we're on one right now.
Yeah. But I mean, is this continuing? Like, how long is this tour going for?
This one's only another, like just under 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we've got some plans. I think we haven't announced it yet, but we're going to head over to Australia.
Nice.
We do have some other U.S. Tours that we're looking at as well. So,
if you could be an animated character, who would you be?
Rick from Rick
and Morty. I was thinking I would be like Uncle Scrooge, like from DuckTales, because he has all that money.
There you go.
You know, I was trying to think of like what character. Yeah, and I feel like that.
Then you'd be really hard to understand, though.
Yeah, true that. What's a crazy bus rule that you guys have, like being on tour? Is there, or is there? I feel like a lot of bands have the same rules on buses too. You know.
No number twos.
Yeah.
That's a rule in every bus, so that's not a new one. Your bunk is your safe space for the most part, unless you're blower.
Yeah.
And then we violate that rule constantly.
I've got to ask you, Blower, if you could say this, because, you know, we are live on the radio right now, but how did you get that nickname? Is it exactly how I think? Well, I mean...
I'll tell you after this.
Okay. All right. I feel like I read a story, but I just don't think that we can say... Yeah. Who eats the most junk food in the band?
Mike.
That was like
he
an
eats
easy
like an
answer.
unsupervised child.
Hey, I like dessert, all right? I eat my meal, then I have some dessert.
I have to have
What's wrong with
dessert
that?
all the time, too, so I completely understand.
I'm going to get some raspberry cookies out of your vending machine over
I've
there.
got some
That's all.
junk stashed back in the other studio if you need anything, you know,
Like
for the
rabbits
road.
or junk.
What bands are you guys currently into and listening to? Like, if you have an iPod or your Spotify playlist or whatever, what do you have, like, some bands that you're just, like, digging right
The
now?
last thing I bought was Weezer's new cover album that they just dropped.
Okay.
And I dig most of it. Some of them I'm like, but I
Yeah.
love me some Weezer.
Did you hear the Paranoid, the Black Sabbath that they did? That one, I mean, it's a pretty good cover. I like when bands cover a song their own way.
Make it their own, absolutely. I'm with you.
I've been getting into Light the Torch. I don't know
Okay.
if you all play that or not. But
Actually, I have heard of them before.
Yeah.
So
We've been jamming that Fever 333 stuff a little bit here.
There you go.
It gives us anxiety, though.
Made in America.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys. Well, you want to play another song for us?
Sure.
Sweet. What you got? What you gonna play?
We're going to do Get Stoned.
All right.
If it's not perfect, I'll perfect it till my heart explodes. I highly doubt that I could make it through another of your episodes. Well, lashing out, one of the petty moves you pull before you lose control. But you wear me out. But it's alright now. Well, let's go home and get stoned. We could end up making love instead of misery. Go home and get stoned, 'cause the sex is so much better when you're mad at me. And you and me out. We could end up making love instead of misery. But it's alright now. Without a doubt, all the breakups with the makeup sex you're giving me, let's hash it out. 'Cause you're bitching and you're yelling don't mean anything. Don't count me out, 'cause I can handle all the baggage that you're carrying. But you and me out. up making love instead of misery. Go home and get stoned, 'cause the sex is so much better when you're mad at me. And you and me, we could end up making love instead of misery. But it's alright now. Well, let's go home and get stoned. We could end up making love instead of misery. Go home and get stoned, 'cause the sex is so much better when you're mad at me. Go home and get stoned. We could end up making love instead of misery. Go home and get stoned, 'cause the sex is so much better when you're mad at me. And you and me, we could end up making love instead of misery. But it's alright now, 'cause the sex is so much better when you're mad at me. Let's go home and get stoned. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go home and get stoned. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go home and get stoned. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Hinder in Studio East. I am Stino. So you got a show tonight. Home Bar, is that where you're at? House of Music
Believe
and
that's
Entertainment.
correct.
And you're going to be playing with Soil and Ravens. Something happened with Soil today. I think they
Something's happened with them almost every day.
The axle broke on their bus yesterday.
Flat tires,
yeah,
axle.
just
They,
bad.
they blew a water pump or something.
Maybe they need some dessert, some treats.
I might get them some.
Maybe I'll give you some to bring them.
All right.
Well, maybe I can bring them because I think I'm going to go to the show too.
Oh, there you go.
And hopefully all you guys are going to be there. Thank you so much for coming and rocking out with us today.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll party it up tonight.
Cool. Let's do it.
We are live with Hinder in Studio East, all thanks to the U.S. Army and Music Center.
5.1 WIIL.